What's happening in Brighton? The short answer is a lot. The long answer is this podcast. What's Up Brighton is a show dedicated to the community we all love.
Hosted by Roger Burnett, Eric Meldrum, and Coach Mark Howell, this podcast will feature news, issues, and discussions impacting Livingston County and celebrate the people who make our slice of Michigan go and grow. This is What's Up Brighton.
What's the best brewery in Livingston?
Holy shit. Wow.
You
know what's fun? I haven't been to all
You're
of
making
them, I
us
bet.
call this on camera right now. We're calling it out.
I haven't been to
camera.
all of them, so I don't know. I like Becker because of the beer garden. That
Okay,
they
so
have.
like what are the criteria?
Yeah, hit us. It's got to be like fourfold.
Your best experience. So ambiance, right? The vibe, the beer, the people.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Becker off the gate then because of the.
Go.
I like the beer garden. The building is freaking awesome. The beer
Correct.
garden in the back is awesome. The beer is good. Maybe not great, but good. I love it. I love everything about that location. That location is kick-ass.
It has its own parking. It's next to the other parking lot.
Yeah.
They
You
have
can bring
yoga.
your own food, I think.
You gotta bring your own, otherwise it's a huge negative.
Right.
Upstairs they have the auxiliary space where they got the yoga.
I've rented that space out before.
We've all rented that space,
And it's
out.
great.
Are you
No,
voting? Are you voting?
no.
He's
I'm
supporting.
weighing in.
All right.
Supporting.
I'm weighing in. I'm hoping.
Justified.
I love that one.
I'm stretching because I
man.
don't know what I want to pick yet. So I'm hoping that you're gonna have your choice ready that I can weigh in after you pick because I not.
As you guys are thinking, Block has a great beer selection.
Yeah.
Great beer selection.
And
Like
their
its
food.
menu is huge.
Yeah.
The food's
The
good.
food's good.
So from that regard,
they don't
I'll
do a
say
whole lot
that.
of beers though. I mean, they're
No?
theirs are limited. But
Are they?
They have,
Okay. Well, I don't know.
yeah, they have a good selection, but they serve a lot of other beers too. It's not just all
Okay.
beers.
True.
Go ahead.
All right. I tried to buy you guys some. I don't know.
Well, I mean, so the reason I asked is I love Becker Brewery too,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So
There you go.
Hard not to have it be. It's top
Yep.
3.
It's
sure.
It's the top. Like I have so many memories, when we first moved here, of just like Mila was like 3 months old.
Yeah.
We had just moved in and we were eating out because we were just renovating the house.
Sure.
Like we just got settled in.
Mm.
So we were eating out all the time. And one of our favorite things to do was literally grab food from one of the restaurants downtown
Yep.
and just go over to the brewery and sit outside, drink
Can't beat it.
a beer,
Can't beat it.
and just relax.
Yeah.
And she was sleeping in the car seat, so we were just doing our thing, hanging out. And I see so many, young parents doing the same thing now. And I was like, yeah, man, that's
Freedom.
That's the jam.
Freedom.
All right. So first and foremost,
Okay, let's hear this.
shout out to Livingston County for just the sheer number of choices that we have
Yeah.
of craft breweries. You legitimately cannot. Every exit on I-96 has a brewery
True.
of some sort.
True.
So having put on the Brewers for Good campaign that I put on, where I actually took a traveling happy hour around to a bunch of different breweries, I have a lot of inputs here. Becker is a solid choice because they were one of the first Brewers for Good nominees and award winners because Matt Becker himself is so philanthropic with what he does for the community. And most of it people don't know about because he doesn't make a big deal about it. So I'm with you, there. I just don't always love their beer.
Okay. And that's fair.
And
It's
they don't.
got a lot of German.
And I love
to it.
beer, so
Yeah,
I
I'm with
will
you there.
drink all beer, and I'm not going to not go there because, hey, that's what they serve, because Matt is a master scientist when it comes to beers.
And that's what he likes, and that's what he enjoys.
Well, and
Yep.
and ask him about one of the beers and be prepared because you're going to get a full-blown master's thesis about the beer because he's just so passionate about what he makes,
Yep.
right?
That's
So
awesome.
I love it. I love that guy. Witch's Hat is in South Lyon. So it makes
I've
it
never
hard
been
for
there.
them. Okay,
I've
it's
never been there.
hard to get there from here.
Yep.
They have excellent food. They have amazing beer. The two owners, husband and wife combo, are incredibly philanthropic. They support Gleaners like it's nobody's business. They
That's awesome.
they do all kinds of events at their brewery to the benefit of different nonprofits. It's just hard to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So that one makes it tough for me. Eternity Brewing, right around the corner.
Yep.
Easy peasy to get to, and yet I never find myself going there. And yet
Right.
when I do, I'm like, good stuff. And they changed their whole service model now to where you can just go get your beer. You don't have to wait for somebody.
Don't wait.
So
I haven't been there in a hot second.
okay, so can
But it
you
was great.
see how I'm struggling with this?
Yeah.
Because I haven't even been to Ford Circle
Well,
yet.
where do you find yourself just going and just
Backer.
relaxing, chilling? You know,
Yeah.
because of the beer garden.
there you go.
100%.
Right,
So,
so,
there
like-
you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
And for
I've
me-
never been to
for
Everett
me-
Ales. Do they do their own beer? I actually
Yeah.
don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never
Great
even been
place.
there. Never
Great
been there.
place.
For me, the vote is really easy. It's where do you want to hang out, like, and where do you want to chill? And you can have
Then Becker nails it.
okay
Boom.
beer, but like the vibes
Is great.
Vibes
Becker.
got to be on.
You're not going to beat
100%,
Becker
right?
then.
Like I
100%.
went into
Period.
what's the one downtown Howell, the Abernant
Ales.
Abernant
Aber.
Ales, and like that's
Clark and Lisa, we love you guys.
yeah, that's a
Don't
fun
get me
that's a
wrong.
fun place. They had good food. I
Yes.
remember the food being good. But
Indoor
it was
cornhole.
indoor cornhole, but it was just
Somehow I've never been there.
it was just so open and it was so loud in there,
Hmm.
which was like
High
man,
ceilings.
like,
Yep,
that's
for
sure.
the noise level in there was like crazy. So I'm like,
So
can't
for
even have-
some, that might be a cool atmosphere, but maybe
I
not
can
what
see
you're
that
looking
being cool
for.
the
right?
the younger crowd, like going there and like it was when we went there. It was actually like a Friday, Saturday night. So
Well, if
it-
he's saying the younger crowd, Roger, we're out.
We're totally out.
bring your bring your earmuffs like I'm some 60-year-old dude.
I can't hear myself think.
I can't even hear, but I'm to the age now where like when I go out, like I just want to be able to have a conversation. I don't
Yeah.
have to shout
Sure.
across the table
Yeah.
at somebody.
Which is why
yeah,
I
I
hear
get
the
you.
log
I get
cabin
you.
is a really difficult place to go
Oh,
hang
is it
out
loud?
because it's supposed to be the loudest
Oh,
to the point where people across the table have to shout
well, there you go.
to one another. To
You know,
So if you're
they
looking
sell
for
these
that,
things that hang from the
right?
rafters, and they're called like acoustic panels.
Oh boy.
baffles,
yeah,
maybe
baffles.
also be called baffles.
You know, bourbons has them in there, and it's still loud in bourbons.
Bourbons is loud.
Label gets loud. I love label. That's completely off the whole everything that we're talking about, but
Took a left turn there.
took a left turn.
But we're summer in downtown Brighton means crowds. It means
Let's go.
activity. It's all of those things, and you
Yep.
either the back patio at Label in the summertime is a hidden.
You can't
gem.
beat it. You can't beat it.
Hidden gem.
Mm.
Yep.
Most people like
Yep.
it's tucked in there. You see the awning when you're driving by Main Street. You're like,
Yep.
oh right, and then a month goes by and you not be there.
You know
Yeah.
what's a sleeper that nobody really knows about
Oh, here we go.
is the rooftop on the
Pound?
sidecar.
Sidecar. I haven't been to the rooftop of Sidecar.
It's like 404 West.
How is it?
It's so
I haven't been there yet.
I
I've been
went-
in Sidecar,
I
but
went- I
not
went
the
up
rooftop.
There, I went up there for happy hour, and
Okay.
I can see that being really cool. Like 7, the sun's going down, summer night, and you're on the rooftop from like 4 to 6 or 7. You're getting blasted with the sun.
Got it. Okay.
So you
It's just hot.
got to be there. Like, I want to be in the sun.
Shake and bake.
Right?
So it's time for the one word segment. So I typically don't go first, so I'll go first.
Yeah, do it.
My one word for this particular episode 16. Welcome to episode 16 of the What's Up Brighton podcast. We are completely off the rails, and I think we should just leave it this way because sometimes conversations are more fun when you just roll. So having said that, it fits perfectly with my one word, which is brash.
Brash.
Brash. Brash kinds means like
Get out, buddy.
out there, like in your face, like,
Thesaurus.com.
extra,
Ooh. Okay.
brash, extra.
Extra.
Like Roger's all extra today.
Ooh.
People would definitely be saying that. And it is 100% the result of the fact that like I keep pushing the envelope and good stuff keeps happening. Not
There it is.
that I haven't tripped over myself a few times in this process and had to apologize, but the mark of character is being able to say you're sorry when you do something wrong. And the mark of being brash and bold is to be okay with sometimes you're going to have to say I'm sorry. So brash, that's me.
Boom. Love it.
What you got?
Fearless. Fearless
Brash
today.
and fearless. Let's go.
it kind of goes hand in hand a little bit, Just fearless, yeah. Just taking on new ventures, tackling new obstacles, taking on life. fearless, feeling bold, feeling
I have a
ready to
feeling
rock.
that's going to tie into somehow with your little coach segment.
A huddle up.
Never.
Little breadcrumb for the huddle up.
Yeah.
This huddle up's gonna be a little bit different. It's just just a message. It's just a straight message. It's a quick 4-sentence.
We're gonna get his
let's
message
go.
down to four sentences.
4 sentences. It's no off, going off in the tangents. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. My word, I would say opportunity. Opportunity. This whole table is it reeks of opportunity right now.
In a good way. It's a good smelling opportunity.
Mark's got new ventures going on. Roger's got new stuff going on. This is all, coming to life. And
let's go.
This opportunity to really, collaborate and do this has been a lot of fun. And I think it's absolutely sparked so many spinoffs of events, conversations with people in the community. And it's just what we intended it to do is open doors, have opportunity to meet some cool new people, and it's doing just that. So opportunity at its finest.
Opportunity at its finest. Are you or a loved one struggling with the effects of stroke? The Oxford Center in Brighton, Michigan offers a cutting-edge alternative stroke treatment that can help stroke victims even years after having a stroke. Our approach combines traditional medicine with evidence-based alternative therapies, including hyperbaric oxygen therapy. This advanced treatment involves breathing pure oxygen in a specialized environment that can stimulate the growth of new blood vessels and promote healing in the brain. We also offer physical therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy programs to help patients regain their strength, coordination, and ability to communicate. Time is of the essence when it comes to stroke recovery. Contact the Oxford Center today at 248-486-3636 or visit our website at theoxfordcenter.com to learn more about our alternative stroke treatment options, including hyperbaric oxygen therapy. That's 248-486-3636 or visit theoxfordcenter.com. There's something about springtime, and we can debate in Michigan what's spring, what's summer. Everybody's got their own belief, but there's this idea of like everything is spraying back to life, right? Like everything's green again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The air smells a little different in the spring, right? Like there's that little touch of crisp in the air, but you can feel that warmth coming. It's just that anticipation of what's about to be. And I think what you're saying is, we're the embodiment of that in this group. And we're really excited about the possibility of a guest joining us for a segment here in the fourth seat. So for those of you in the watching community, if there's a topic or something of interest that you feel like, or maybe even you might have a recommendation of somebody else that you think might be a good guest for us to have in the chair. Any off the top of your two heads that we've talked about getting the Brighton Chamber.
Yeah, I'd love to
Gavin get him in here. Anybody else?
I think getting the mayor on would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have the mayor come on. Just talk about the city. There's some scoops there that we're gonna get.
Oh.
Any business owners, downtown, love for you to come on. Anybody doing cool stuff in the community. We're not selective. We're not gonna do anything to you, but
But if we don't like your business, we won't have you on. Right.
If you're just a jerk, you're not coming on the show.
No,
wait. So are we hearing this? So for those of you who have spent time on your keyboards messaging the admins of the Brighton, Michigan Happenings Facebook group about your desire to want to introduce yourselves to the Brighton community, Eric, is that what I heard?
We have a seat for you.
That would be awesome.
We have a seat.
Okay. Is there a sign-up sheet? Because I think we're opening a door here at the moment that we were going to want to make sure, because if you people out there don't want to come do this, then I don't know why you're so mad at me when you send me these requests for things that I decline and tell you no business promotion. Because business promotion, green light.
Yeah, green light. Let's go.
How about nonprofits?
Green light.
Green light. What has there been any benefit to the nonprofit that you might be a part of as a result of our participation?
free extra exposure of Fun to Life, I mean, who would not want to take this opportunity to talk about whatever it is that you're passionate about and get the mission out there?
And a fundraiser just
Let's
sprang
go.
up out of nowhere for this guy because he came on and said,
and I've done
"Look what I
nothing
did."
for it. That's fantastic. It's like the best case scenario. Best case scenario.
So for those of you who heard in the previous episode about Coach Mark's new consulting endeavor, he also has people who know how to help him show you how to do fundraising. But you got to tell us who you are.
Yeah.
And boy, isn't that what this is supposed to be about? And yet, so far, I don't think we must have done a good job of being able to communicate to the people who are paying attention to what we're doing that that's what we want to have happen here.
We should throw a post up on the group. Just like, hey, you want to be a guest on the podcast? Submit your request here.
Simple,
Right?
simple stuff.
Come on, people.
All right.
You want to be on? Let's go.
You got a car
have it.
wash? Let's go.
Let's go.
You got a Mexican restaurant. We want to hear from you. Credit unions, we're going to have a cage match. You got to fight each other
Yes. I like it.
to
Death
get
match.
the right because
Yep.
there's just so many.
Right.
Like we couldn't possibly have them all. I don't know, we could challenge them to like a game of Trivial Pursuit. And whoever won could be the one. Like, I don't know. But, you know,
It'd be
we're
fun.
trying to come up with ideas of ways for you all to want to come in and hang out with us.
I got an idea.
Oh boy.
Right. I got a great idea. So, you know, the big thing that everyone laughs about, you know, with the group is like, you know, the car washes, the Mexican restaurants, like, heck, we all get a laugh out of that. Right. And
It's fun.
And at the same token, everybody's kind of making fun of it, like, but everyone's like, hey, let's move on, right? Let's get something else going, you know, with it. And the one thing that I think is so cool, and I would love for guests to come on and really talk about, is the best of Brighton, right? The best parts of Brighton, right? The things that make us want to live in this community, make us want to be a part of it, right? We can have laughs all day long about the crazy shit that goes on in a Facebook group, you know, but the real person sitting in the seat, I want to get to know that person and understand, why the heck do you choose to live here and what do you love about it? Because I know I got a laundry list of things, you know, that I love about Brighton, and I want to share those. And I want to hear some of those things that I might not know, you know, about your point of view about Brighton, your point of view about Brighton,
Sure.
and what makes this place such an awesome place to live and raise a family. You know, those are the questions I think that seat right there, they are going to answer and bring it full circle.
There's three you're going to have to answer for sure. How do you feel about a zipper merge?
Yep.
Do you donate to the food pantry? And where's the best place to see a sunset in Livingston County?
Here we go.
From there, we can just work our way beyond. But
Yeah.
let's start with those three. And, you know, now everybody knows what they're getting themselves into when they show up.
That sounds good. I like it.
All right, sign up sheet coming. We got a Jot form or Google form or something. We'll figure this
Love it.
out.
Yep.
Make it happen. What have been some of the finer points of releasing segments tied to the content that we've created so far, Eric Meldrum? What are some of the lessons that you've learned as you've had to wade your way through all of this content in order to create some of the really cool things that you and your agency have been able to put out there for What's Up Brighton digitally?
Well, I feel like we're behind on all of our releases, number one, but I think some of the cool things that, you know, we've been able to accomplish is just really shining a spotlight on some of the unique and cool places that we like to visit. You know, I think some of the best performing content thus far has been really lifestyle driven. We did a behind the scenes of, you know, Captains on Main making pizza. Just kind of got in there and recorded the whole entire process of ordering a pizza, then making it, serving it, and it really viral, you know, online. So that was really cool. Sorting through, you know, some of the quotes and the things that we've extracted from, you know, the podcast. It's a lot of the you know, same stuff that we were just talking about, right? It was like the zipper merge, the Mexican restaurants, like, you know, and those are all fun, right? What I'm really looking forward to out of the content and where we're taking this is like I said, showcasing the best of Brighton, right? And we talked, the other last week about, some things that we have in the works, and we have a fundraiser, coming up. It's called Pizza Royale. We should get a lot of great content out of that, right? That's an amazing, thing that we're going to focus on, is just bringing the community together through fun activities, right? Fun events. And we're going to be able to help Mark and his organization do that. So I'm excited about that. But more importantly, the lifestyle, right? Like that is what we're here, and that's why we drove such a hard, determination to kick this thing off, to really talk about the lifestyle in Brighton, right? And what's going on around town that makes, this podcast go and grow. Right?
Go and grow.
As we say.
I cringe every time I have to hear that, but it's the truth.
It's
so
true.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's that. I don't seem to have any problem hearing myself during the show, but the open to me is just like, oh.
We can redo it and
and just come up with a new one.
Next week we'll redo it.
Yeah.
But the content's been good. Like obviously we can do more and more and more, and I feel like we're not even scratching the surface with where we're going, and it's putting some of the puzzle pieces in place, and part of it is getting roadblocks out of the way, right? I might be a bottleneck or a roadblock, in the distribution of it. We need to get, the right strategy, the right people in place. And a lot of those, relationships have been developed as a result of this podcast and things that are happening in the community. So just meeting the right people. So I feel like it's coming together more so. Now we just really need to hammer down and say, this is how it's going.
Hey, over here, you guys. If you go back to the early episodes, you'll hear me go on these really long soliloquies in the beginning of the show where I was saying about our real objective here is to break down the wall between you watching a video and you getting to meet us and one another in person. And here we are really on the precipice of starting to give you ways to do that. And we're hoping that one, you're listening and paying attention. Two, you're motivated to want to do that, because we're going to do it. And to me, what really will be the next evolution of what we're trying to do from a content perspective will be when there is a waiting list of people wanting to be in this chair, and a schedule weeks and months in advance of things that we all as a community intend to do with and amongst each other, both just to have fun, but also to the benefit of organizations like Mark's who serve the community so well. And to know that we have this opportunity to harness our group and its power in the way that really is a reflection of everything that we said in the beginning. We want to entertain you. We want to inspire people. We want to create ways to break down this divide. And all we've done so far in the months that we've done this program is set about doing it. And it does make us bold. It does make us brash. It makes us courageous. It makes us all the things that we keep talking about on these programs. And it's one thing to talk about it. It's something completely different to do it. And we fully intend to show you that we intend to do it. But in the meantime, I've got a coach over here who's bouncing in his chair because he's ADD and he hasn't got to talk in a while. So we're going to pivot to the Huddle Up segment, because I know Coach is going to drop some knowledge on you and he's ready to do it. Coach.
I was literally bouncing.
I could tell. The table was vibrating. I could tell.
So today's Huddle Up segment's a little bit different in that it's not really like a thought. It's more of something that I saw the other day, and I jotted it down. I wrote it down, and it's more of like a inspirational message, if you will. So I'm just going to kind of read it. Embrace today with the heart of a warrior and the spirit of a dreamer. Every challenge is an opportunity to rise higher, and every setback is a setup for a comeback. Believe in your power to create miracles and inspire others. Let your light shine bright and lead the way. And that's it. Short, simple, powerful. Let's go. That's it.
No, I can't.
He said 4 sentences in the beginning.
I know,
He
but
said.
okay. So this is the unusual position of Mark's going to get to play broadcaster and color commentator. So you just gave me the broadcast, 4-sentence. What's the analysis? What are we supposed to make of what you just said to us?
The analysis, like the biggest one is the first 2 sentences really speak to me personally. Embrace today with the heart of a warrior and the spirit of a dreamer. Every challenge is an opportunity to rise higher, and every setback is a setup for a comeback. They really speak to me personally because of my own personal journey. And I think that it's everyone encounters obstacles in their life. And I think that it's all a matter of perspective on how we view those obstacles. All those obstacles are opportunities to be bigger, better, bolder, and to use them for something bigger than yourself. If you rise up to that occasion and if you decide and you choose to tackle it head on. All too often, those obstacles can cripple us and can maybe rob us of hope. But in those instances where we decide to rise up bigger than them and we really embrace them with open arms and we choose to tackle them with an open perspective and view them as an opportunity to be something more, we can change our lives. We can change those people's lives around us. We can change the world one step at a time.
Bang.
Change your mind, change the world.
So why would you not want to sit in that chair and tell us your version of what Coach Mark just said? Because I don't think there's anybody out there who wouldn't want to hear that from anybody. And what better place to come with 3 knuckleheads who can't wait to get all excited about what comeback you made.
Absolutely.
What obstacle you overcame.
Yes.
What challenge you face, or maybe better yet, what challenge you're facing that you need help with. Right? So, there we go.
That's just a get to know your fellow neighbor, right? Get to know the community. So, as we kind of bring this full circle, right? And we're courageous, we're doing the thing and, making this a reality, right? The thing that I find so fascinating, that we're able to do is just keep pushing the envelope, right? It's like every single time we get together, we're like, we layer on something else, right? Like, okay, that was good. That was good last week. And then, we're doing this and now we have this. And, I want to share just a quick little story. We had a kind of behind the scenes Pizza Royale kickoff call, to start planning. And Roger talked for a good 20 minutes as Roger does, and he went on from, casting the vision, here's the why, this is who's involved, this is what's going to happen, this is what we need to do next, this is how we're going to approach it, this is the marketing plan, this is what we're going to do, once we actually have these conversations. I got some follow-ups and all the things, right? And then he turns it over and he's like, did I cover everything? Anybody else have anything to add? And I just kind of stepped back and I was like, Roger, like, I was not expecting that at all, but I want you guys to realize out of all of this, like you hear us joke around and, have fun with the group and, poke fun at a lot of things. But there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes of this, of what we're building, what we're actually passionate about doing, for the community. And it doesn't always feel like, we're making headway. It doesn't always feel like, we got enough views on the podcast, or we got enough views on the post, or like you can measure everything and always find a way to come up short and look at it as we're just not there yet. Right. But every time we get together, we're always planning for the next thing. Right. And that's really what motivates me, like being around people that are just moving in the same direction and constantly putting one foot in front of the other. It doesn't matter what happened last week. Doesn't matter, that something didn't go off the way we wanted it to. Those are all failures. But as Mark said, you learn from those failures and there's opportunity right in front of you. So I'm excited for Pizza Royale that's coming. I think it's for a great cause. There's a lot of work that is going on behind the scenes. And I don't want to, brush that under the rug because there is a ton of things that need to be done that we just don't know about. Like, this whole thing could be 5 pizzerias and we might just be handing Mark a couple $100 bills, like here's our first one, but we won't know unless we try.
That's right.
Right. We won't know how it goes and we'll get smarter, as it happens. And we'll see who shows up, but I'm optimistic and very passionate about some of the things that we can actually do to bring somebody into the seat, understand who our neighbors are, right? Understand who are the people in this community that have stories, have, successes, maybe have really had a rise of the Phoenix type moment, right here in our community. I know of a handful of them off the top of my head. It's like that person would be great to be in this seat and get to know it. Just like so many different like community magazines have a spotlight on some family or member of the community. Let's get them in here and talk about their story. Right. Yep. So this is an invite to everybody. If you know somebody or maybe you want to nominate yourself, we will have a way for you to get in touch with us. Or, if you don't see the post and you're watching this episode, just look us up on social. All of our handles are down in the description on this YouTube video, and you can reach out to myself, Roger, or Mark, and we'd be happy to get you in this seat.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's all. That's everything. I won't even try to add to it. There's no reason for me to do it. I won't even bother to go through that long soliloquy where I ask you to subscribe or share it. If you didn't find something of value in this episode, I don't know what else we could do. So if there's a business that you believe that should be sitting in this chair, you can either tag them or you can send us their information. If there's a nonprofit that you're a fan of or you happen to somehow be involved in that you think would benefit from us being able to help tell their story, please, by all means, let's get this ball rolling. There should be no reason why we have an empty chair unless there's a reason why we choose to not have someone in it. We're looking forward to a lengthy and healthy list of people that would have great stories that we can continue to bring to you in future episodes. Until that day, until our next episode, this is Roger signing out.